Hi Keith,
Hey, Adrian.
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. We should be three. So basically, from my side, Adrian, I'm the lead singer. Then
Yes.
there would be the two guitar players. So there will be Olivier, the lead guitar player, and basically you will have the other guitar player, which is called Pierre or Pedro. You will see the nickname is there. So I
Hello guys. Hi Keith.
Hi, Pierre. How are you?
Very good, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing well, Pierre. Thanks so much for asking.
So thanks first for the opportunity to make this interview together.
Pleasure, Adrian. It's a pleasure.
So that's really appreciated from our side too. And basically, so before we start, but basically you listen to the song. What did you think about it?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you like it, or what
Yeah,
is your
it's
feeling about it?
absolutely amazing. Amazing. Great comeback, Grace. I really enjoyed the song.
Okay, so that's nice. Did you know about us before, or it was the first time you discovered?
It's
Because
the
once more it was 15
first
times.
time I discovered you. Since you
Okay.
popped up in your Instagram, I came to know about you.
Okay, no worries. Once more, it was 15 years ago. We stopped playing together. So actually, we know about it that we are not, let's say, known anymore. Just trying to relaunch everything. So
Yeah.
basically, it's a usual thing that we will live with the people that they don't know about us. Okay, so here we are, Keith. So we let you go on as you
Fantastic.
want.
Fantastic. So, guys, a real pleasure to have you today on this interview. And thanks so much for giving me your time today. Nice to have you all. And I think it's a bit early for you guys for the day, and hope you are all having a very good day.
That's so right, actually. It's 10 a.m. here in France. So basically, not that early, depending on the people around the table, isn't it, Olivier?
Too early.
I'm up since 6 a.m., so that's okay.
Cool, guys, cool. So, a big comeback after 15 years with your first single, Rekindle. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting process and the making of this song in particular?
Yes, for sure. Pierre?
Yeah, so it's in the band I always had this a bit background role in Silent Fall. I mean, there's different types of roles, but Olivier, Adrien, and I are good friends for like many years. And the rekindling of the flame is interesting because we actually met us three at an Avantasia concert show in Paris at the Olympia Hall. And during this show, Adrien looked at us, at Olivier and I, and said, "Guys, we need to revive the band. We need to go back. I have some ideas of new music in mind. I want to, and I need to make music again with you." And so that was just basically it. We said, yes, why not? We had a beer, and then it was it. And a few weeks later,
Maybe
Adrien,
maybe more beers. Not
yeah,
only one.
maybe just more than one. And then a few days later, Adrien came back with one idea of a song, actually two or three ideas, and uh, and then it started from there. And to be honest, Rekindle is the first to go, but there are other ones in of course, in the luggage. And we started to to compose like that. But to be very honest, I will give back the ball to Adrien and Olivier because on the composition side, they have a major role than me.
It's not exactly what I would say. It's, let's say, it's a process that we always had to, let's say, have first ideas often coming from my side, to be frank. Not that the others don't have any ideas at all, but it's just to get to keep a coherence, let's say, in the kind of music we are doing. So in terms of melodies, these kind of things, but it's just the first idea, meaning that behind, from my side, I never played guitar. I'm not a drummer at all. In terms of orchestration, we have someone in the band is going to talk just behind much better than all of us about such things. So basically, it's a complete process. We have a first, let's say, um, idea which is coming, and behind all of us we participate into it. So for example, Pierre participated quite a lot in the drums process this time, quite a lot also on the guitar side. from the side of Olivier, it was mainly for the orchestration, for the chorus, for the mix, for the production, for the guitar side, of course, too. So it's a process, not only the three of us, with the rest of the band. We have Nicolas that participated quite a lot for the bass itself. So yeah, it's...
You have to know something, Kiss. You have to know something. When Adrien is composing music, do you know the software Guitar Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah, he composes everything on Guitar Pro with these awful MIDI sounds, you see. And he said, guys, I have a great idea. And we receive a MIDI file with basic MIDI sounds from Guitar Pro. And basically he said, guys, just make gold of this. And Olivier said, just take it. And they, okay, now we need to make some real music.
Actually,
For the
I'm
joke, but
still...
yeah, technically start every time it's like that. We receive a song through Guitar Pro, and then we transform it into a real one.
What I find amazing, and you're really true about that, that's how Olivier managed to think, wow, that could be amazing with the big shitty sound that he received at the first time.
Yeah, but, you know, in a song, the main thing it's to have a good melody. So as soon as you have that, you have just to put something around, but you know the core of the song will be great. So you get to have a bit of imagination when you receive the first
And that's what
draft.
you have each time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that answers to the question. I guess it's really a common process, and actually we've done that 15 years ago. It was working quite well, and no reason to change, let's say. Yet more today, you know, with the tools that changed a bit, with the fact that we are... So in fact, it's also something which is a bit different. 15 years ago, we were all together, located in Paris, quite close, having rehearsals all together each week, etc. Today, so we are parents, so we have children for some of us, and I'm based in another city, etc. So basically, we make it in a different process, but let's say quite easy, just discussing together when we need, just giving our ideas. We have a WhatsApp group which is full of new ideas and at the same time big shits, because we discuss about a lot of shitty things daily, and actually it's helping the band to move on its composition.
Amazing, amazing. And are you guys planning to come up with a music video for Rekindle?
So
yeah.
Yes.
let's say yes, but maybe not now exactly in terms of music video. So that would come. So there will be a lyrics video that will come up. That is for sure, at least. Let's say making a clip is something that we would like to do. We've changed a bit the way we planned it at the beginning, let's say. A few months ago, we were thinking, why not releasing an EP directly, so with 6 titles or something like that. Now we are more thinking about making several singles, and then after that, maybe next year, releasing a complete full album or something like that. So having everything right now is maybe too early. We are pretty sure that Rekindle will stay one main anthem, let's say, for the group. We are all proud of the song. We don't know how everyone will react to it, but that's our feeling. So probably once we will release the album, we will have to make a video clip for it, but it's not going to come for now.
Gotcha. Cool. And as I said earlier, like I had the pleasure to listen to Rekindle, and I have to say, an amazing song, great melodic speed metal song, like the good old days are bringing back into the scene. So totally enjoy this song. So it's a pack of awesomeness filled inside this song, and I was playing it on repeat, and I had to say I'm totally enjoying this song, and it will go for a while until you come up with the next single, I have to say. And I want to thank you guys so much for putting up a great new single after so much years, and great work. And as a band, as a creator, how do you guys feel about this new single?
Olivier?
Yeah, I think you got the both how do you say that, you get the old ways of thinking speed metal music, but I think too that this song has some modern side too, in terms of production, in terms of orchestration. Maybe in the past, speed metal songs were not as heavily orchestrated, I think, apart for certain bands. So you get the nostalgic pleasure of the fun and cool melodies from the past of the band, but you got another aspect of our music, maybe more heavy, more rich. So it's a pleasure because it's still fun like when we were young, but you get new stuff to focus on. So it's a new adventure nonetheless, I think.
Yeah, Pierre, I don't know if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to.
it's exactly what I wanted to say. Our first album, I think we have great songs. The first album is really great, but when you listen to it now in 2025, it sounds like 15 or 20 years ago. It has this, this heavy and power metal style from the 2010s, where you do have a lot of high mids, where it's quite light. It's not very much in your face, the sound. I think in the production we had today, we kept this spirit of like a double bass kick, double notes, full speed, and technicality and stuff. But we added this, and thanks to Olivier, which is really a great producer, we added this in-your-face sound, which is much appreciated with this modern touch. And also, one different thing that for the first album, I believe only one of us was playing on 7-string guitar. Now we have all the guitars on the 7 strings, so we have this low-end sound, which is not so common in the power metal industry today. In the power metal industry, you basically have classic standard 6-string guitars playing, and we kind of mix different worlds here in the production, and I think that's really pleasant. So when you listen to the riff of Rekindle, da, 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 it's really like really strong, really loud, and it's really like it. And we didn't have sound like that in the first album.
Mm. Two things that I could add to that. The first one, and that's what you said, Pierre, Olivier has made a fucking great job on the production, and it's incredible. So just for the guys listening to it, Olivier is a composer, composing also for video games, but also for movies. And actually, you feel everything that is behind directly inside of the sound. So really, a very beautiful job about that, and adding with the guitars, etc. The result, at least from my side and from our side around the table, I guess, we are all proud of that. So really, congrats for that. Second thing, it's also maybe, and that's linked to what Pierre just said. As we changed the way we were using guitars, it allows us also in terms of voices to go a bit lower. You know, in usual heavy metal sounds, in power metal, in symphonic metal, everyone is going high. I mean, just trying to reach the highest notes possible, which is not actually my voice since the beginning. So we were trying that. I was trying that since years. And here, as in fact the guitars are lower, it allows me also to go lower, which gives, and that's also a new part of the final sound that we've got behind my real voice, I would say. So I don't know if each songs in the future will be that low. That's another question. But I mean, it brings something different to this new song compared to what we had 15 years ago.
That's awesome, awesome, awesome. And moving forward, like you earlier said, like there is a plan for coming up with more singles this year, and later on next year it may come with a full-length album. But in the meanwhile, are you guys planning to go on a touring sometime in France or in Europe?
So let's say It would be a pleasure. Let's say, as we were mentioning at the beginning, you know, when it's been 15 years you didn't play, you are not awaited. So it's not something that is going to be, we don't have bookers coming directly. Wow, you're back, let's go. So that's work we're doing. We are currently in contact with one or two bookers, with several, let's say, even, let's say, places where we could play. We start to relaunch the contacts with festivals. It's maybe a little, let's say, early to think about a tour, but having first concerts, being back directly on track, and we would love that. Actually, all of us, we just wait to make our first gigs and to share the music directly with our fans or newcomers, let's say. So for sure, we will come back on live, but it's not going to be a tour in the first time. Let's see with the album release, I guess, next year.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And quick question on the reforming of the band. So, how did it all happen after 15 years as Spark and coming together again and giving off some music again? So, how did it all happen?
Well, the good news is that nobody has completely stopped playing music. So we didn't have to we didn't have to learn how to play again, which is a good thing. I mean, Olivier is a professional musician, so you'll see that I admire him a lot for his music. But Adrien sings every day. I play in other bands also. I am touring with other bands. So we basically had to call back a few different posts. We had to find a drum player because our former drum player was not available and not didn't want to go back. And we also had to find a bass player. Same because our former bass player now lives in Canada. So it's a bit complicated to, do some rehearsals with the Atlantic Ocean in between of us. So basically, yeah, maybe I will just hand the ball to Olivier after that for the bass player. But basically, for the drums, we simply posted an announce, and we found a great guy, Martin, who is from Canada, but he lives in France. We immediately fitted with him. So we started to rehearse and do some rehearsals with him. And for the bass player, I let Olivier because it's a family member. So
Yeah, well, we were wondering what to do with the bass player no in Canada. So I got another band in the past because we didn't play for a time called Wild Pass, and in Wild Pass the bass player is my brother-in-law too. So we are very close, and so I asked him. I asked him if he wanted to come to Silent Fall 2, and he was delighted because he's working in sound industry too, but he wanted to go back to the front of the scene to play in a band again. So here we are. We were full again.
not forgetting the last one, we also we also had in the past keyboard player just to play the orchestrations live. His name is Galad, and basically we called him, and he immediately answered that he was in the project. So basically, out of the last lineup, 4 members of the last lineup are still in the band today, which is great news after 15 years. Who knows? And we have 2 new members, a new drummer from Canada, and a new bass player from Olivier's family. No, basically, a part of being from Olivier's family, Nicolas is a fantastic bass player. And if you have not listened to Wild Pass, my only advice is go on Spotify, YouTube, go listen to Wild Pass album, and you will see that it's a great band, and the bass player is fantastic.
And even on the singing part, and that brings us new ideas also for the future, having several singers or something like that. But yeah, globally, as the other answered, in fact, we have the core that is part of the lineup we had already 15 years ago. But outside of that, Nicolas was not that far away because the two bands, Wild Path as well as Silent Fall, were quite close. Actually, the having Olivier in the middle, but also we recorded the album 15 years ago already with them, so that was already helping us to be quite close. And yeah, this newcomer that arrived with Martin, but it was not that hard to put ourselves back together and actually just enjoying playing music as it was 15 years ago. It gives us the feeling that we have not lost air or whatever, even if time went on in the middle.
Fantastic, fantastic. And now a huge comeback. So, what would be the next big dream as a band?
So next dream, if I
Yeah.
understood well, sorry.
In the future, what are you thinking about the future for the band?
So I will try to answer. Guys, feel free to interrupt or to change what I'm gonna say. Let's say that we don't have the same expectation as 15 years ago. The dream is living out of living from our music, just enjoying going live, etc. But let's say 15 years ago we were all students, okay, or starting to work. Even if you take Galad, our keyboard player, he was 18 or 19 years old when we stopped the band. So basically things have changed. I mean, we were really in this way, wow, that's our dream, we want to live out of that. Today, we have all our job, we live something else. Music is a passion and we are happy to make it, and we're going to take everything we can out of it. We see the first feedbacks from people that seems to be quite positive. Once more, it's a beginning, so we will see. Maybe the next track, they will tell us, hey, come on, guys. But whatever, the target is just having fun. And I think that's what motivates us today. It's having fun, not making it in our garage, but going back live and making it with people. And let's see what happens. If it works, it would be a pleasure in 10 years to be on tour each year, releasing new albums and composing new songs. If it's not, we will have enjoyed just playing our music and just having fun together, which is, I guess, the most important.
Yeah, winning money and being rich. If you wanted that, you don't bet on metal bands or punk rock bands and stuff like that. I mean, it's not that we're gonna pay the bills and the rent and so on. Except if you are very well known touring all over the world. But you know, I would say because we have other bands too. I play and sing in another band who is playing a lot live. It's making music is all about being live with friends and sharing good times. I mean, these kind of projects are all about playing live with friends, basically. So the ultimate goal is to play live as much as we can, and if we can play 10 gigs a year, we'll do 10 gigs a year. If it's only three, it's three. If it's 25, it's 25. We'll see. But basically, we are not going to do this for a living. It's for now because we are 40 years old now. We know that, and we are not dreamers. But who knows? If we are able to play on big stage and festivals like the band used to do 15 years ago, it would be fantastic because these are unforgettable memories for life. So, and when you look, it's funny because when you look at the Hellfest, you know Hellfest in France. When you look at the bands who are actually playing on Hellfest on the big stages and stuff, I would say that 70% of the bands are not professionals. They are not making a living with music. They are just passionate people playing as much as they can and very talented, gifted people. So there is no reason that Silent Fall will not play, or maybe not Hellfest, but on large stage again and festivals again, even if it's not our professional job. And I love Adrien and Olivier so much. And just playing live with them makes me happy. So.
Yeah. And maybe something that I could add to that, it's quite funny to see because you know the community, the French community for heavy metal, for power metal, symphonic metal is not that big. If you compare to Northern Europe, to South America, to Germany, countries like that, you have there a lot of bands, and they are, let's say, kings. In France, it's not the case. It's more metalcore that is quite listened to, and basically the bands we were playing with by the time, today you see some people that are living that, I mean, the Hellfest or this kind of things, we find back people that are living that today. For example, if you take the lead singer of Visions of Atlantis, it's a French girl. Actually, I knew her from 15 years ago directly. If you take, for example, you see Marina Viotti that was playing live directly during the Olympic Games last year with Gojira. Actually, she was the singer of a metal band by this time that we knew, Soundmaker. So basically, it's just that it's possible. We can have fun. Maybe we will reach that. If it's the case, we will enjoy each step, and it's going to be a pleasure to share it with our fans. In the meantime, having just fun is the most important, and drinking beers as much as possible.
That's really amazing, amazing. And speaking of Silent Fall, the band's history goes way back to 2005. And in 2010, you came up with your full-length album and went on a hiatus, and now you're back. So, can you remember some of the golden memories and the road that you traveled when it all started, and how you're planning to go into the future?
Sorry, I didn't get the whole question. So I understood 2005, 2010, we
Yeah.
had a full
So, yeah.
period together,
It was
and
a
after that,
short journey, and how do you feel about the road you have traveled so far, and how as a band you are looking into the next steps for the band? Are you planning to go for a very long time? But you said like it all step by step how it all moves on, like you will think
so
about.
you mean if we imagine to stop again in 5 years? No. We will play rock and roll until we will be 70 and dying on the stage. No, let's say just that's what we said before. We don't expect to have the same kind of seeing it as we had 20 years ago. 20 years ago was really just a dream. We were meeting all the time in the aim to advance with that. Today we've got our families, and that's, let's say, more complex to explain to our wives. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go to for a rehearsal with the band. Um, but let's say the passion which is behind it is the same, and that's the most important. So we're gonna invent our new story together. We started to make it. This first track is a good way to start again, and hoping that there will be a lot of other nice steps behind. To let you know, we have already 2 tracks that should be released probably before the end of the year. So it's a first announcement that I can make, but they are already composed, and we are right now recording everything, and Olivier is working hardly on trying to make it beautiful, as we said before. But basically, that is the first step. Once more, an album probably for next year. Hoping that we will have lives in the middle. And by the way, if bookers are listening to us directly in this interview, we are pleased in case we could start playing again. So
The only thing I had is that 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we didn't have the same tools that we have today. I have the feeling that we compose faster, we produce faster, we communicate faster now than we did 15 years ago. And that helps in the process. We also don't have the same, we are not dreamers anymore, so we know how to work, we know how to do things a bit, I think, a bit better than before. So I think the lineup and the band will be a bit more stable. To be very honest, 15 years ago, there have been some movement inside the band because some strong personalities and so on. Sometimes, in rock music and in heavy metal music, you can have strong personalities and characters. I believe now it's a bit more stable, and so we know what we want, we know what we don't want. There is kind of a no hassle policy in the band, and clearly we'll see. We just want to keep releasing music, playing live. I cannot tell you if we will still be there in 5 years, but what I can tell is that if we continue working the way we work today, there will still be some Silent Fall music in 5 years because it's kind of well balanced so far, and we hope to keep it that way.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And guys, finally, any message you want to share with the old fans and the new fans?
Yeah, for
For
the
Adrien, the community. Well, allez-y, Olivier.
Vas-y, je t'en prie.
No, c'est the community manager is Adrien, but Olivier has.
Yeah. for the old fans, I'd like to thank them for their patience and for coming back to listen to us. We are very proud and happy that someone is still remembering us and enjoying listening to our music. And for the new fans, welcome. I hope you will enjoy your ride with us. And for everyone, I hope we'll see everyone on stage soon. Can't tell when, but soon, I hope. So see you there.
Yeah, I think just something about the old fans. What a pleasure to see back some people giving us their feedbacks about the new song, telling us, "Wow, 15 years is too wait. It was too long." As Olivier just told, it's impressive to see that and to have this feeling 15 years later that there are still people that were awaiting something, and that's a pleasure to get that. We don't forget the new fans and hoping to get a whole community that we will put together, let's say, and bringing our music to them. So.
Amazing, amazing. And Adrian, Pierre, and Olivier, I want to thank you all so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to speak on the new single Rekindled and to talk about Silent Fall, the journey, and the future. So it's a real pleasure talking to you, and thanks for coming back and giving again awesome music to the metal fraternity. We are all looking forward for the upcoming singles for this year and hoping for the full-length album next year. And I wish you guys all the best, and really hoping someday we all can meet in a gig soon.
Just maybe a last thing we can give you, and it's, let's say, an exclusivity. The next songs could be named Hope and Burn the Sun, just as an information.
Awesome, and thanks, Adrian, also for the information. Take care,
You're
guys.
welcome.
Yeah, take care.
you.
And guys, have a good day ahead.
You
Thank
too.
you very
See you.
much.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.